everyone, I'm Sumaina, and in my speech today, I'm going to be discussing why Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand's Prime Minister, is one of the most influential people in the world. Jacinda Ardern is New Zealand's Prime Minister, but she's also the youngest Prime Minister New Zealand has had in over 150 years. But what makes her influential is her actions and stance against racism, sexism, and also her super successful plan of fighting COVID-19. In 2019, when New Zealand suffered a terrorist attack in the Christchurch Mosque, Jacinda quickly chose to unite the country through love and support by visiting the families who had suffered the attack, offering to cover the hospitalization costs and funeral costs of the victims. She even had the National Radio of New Zealand play the call to prayer for Muslims the Friday after the attack as a commemoration to the Muslim community. Secondly, she took a strong stance against sexism by choosing to work through her pregnancy and going back into the office just a couple of short weeks after going into labor. She did this mainly to showcase to not only the government of New Zealand, but also the rest of the world that women can belong in politics or have a career and have a family at the same time. Lastly, her super successful plan of fighting COVID-19 led New Zealand to become one of the first countries to successfully eradicate it in just 21 short days. When Jacinda first heard of the coronavirus outbreak in early January, she quickly began to plan out how to fight this virus. New Zealand went into lockdown on March 25th, and also it became one of the first countries to go into lockdown. She also mandated a mask policy and had a lot of sanitation periods throughout the whole country to not only fight the germs, but showcase that she is with the people by wearing a mask at work and allowing the people to take 20% of her salary because they suffered from the virus and had job losses. Through her actions, Jacinda was able to lead New Zealand to eradicating the virus in 21 days. And although they suffered a second outbreak when tourism started and the country opened back up again, they were able to eradicate the virus again for a second time. The reason that she's so influential is because Jacinda is showing not only her country, New Zealand, but the rest of the world that to be a successful leader, you have to take a stance against things that choose to divide people, and also showcase that being a human and a working mother and showing love to your people is what makes you a strong leader.